Warning, this video contains team selection and captain choices which some viewers may find offensive. Hey guys, and welcome back to FPL TV. So I've made a few changes to my final Game Week 1 team, and I'm here to quickly take you through it. In goal, I've reverted back to my previous strategy of a set and forget goalkeeper Ederson. Initially, I'd chosen McCarthy and Fabianski as rotation keepers, but I went down the rotation route last year and I got fed up of failing miserably. Man City only conceded 27 goals last season, the best defensive record in the league, and they actually conceded less goals on the road than they did at home, so seemingly he's a quality pick whether they be home or away. In defence, Mendy and Rudiger maintain their place in my side. I still consider Rudiger a very expensive punt at 6 million, but I just have a feeling about him, and I like the look of Chelsea's early fixtures. To partner them, I've gone against what I said in my previous video, and I've upgraded Trent Alexander-Arnold for Van Dijk instead for the extra million. I decided against taking the small gamble here, and with uncertainty over Alexander-Arnold starting Game Week 1, I've opted for Van Dijk, who's guaranteed to start. For me, it's a coin flip now between him and Robertson at the same price, both excellent options, so I could swap between these last minute. My midfield remains mainly the same. Salah, Jota, Will Hughes and Bernardo Silva all stay. In my last video, many of you pointed out that I simply had too much invested in my bench, and I tend to agree, so I've made significant downgrades and brought in Tottenham's reliable Christian Eriksen for a 5-man midfield. Unfortunately, this has seen me lose James Maddison of Leicester from my squad. I am disappointed about this, as I feel Maddison could become a massive player for Leicester, especially given Mahrez's departure. But let's see how he plays in his tough away trip to United first, and I'll monitor him from there. Christian Eriksen plays Newcastle and Fulham in his opening 2 game weeks, and without me being able to afford Harry Kane, he's a cheaper way into this Spurs attack and is a consistent FPL point scorer. For my strike force, Firmino and Mitrovic both remain, but my Game Week 1 team will now be a 3-5-2. Unfortunately, the inclusion of Ederson in goal means I have already covered my 3 Man City players, so the deadly Aguero had to make way. With such an expensive defensive lineup, I could nowhere near afford Aguero anyway, so Marco Arnautovic returns to my team, an early gut instinct pick for me, who I'm happy to see back. I'll most likely leave him on the bench against Liverpool and unleash him for his Game Week 2 fixture at home to Bournemouth, where I expect him to do some damage. Of course, I do have the option to play him in Game Week 1 instead of Will Hughes, my £5 million budget option, but it's a decision I'm yet to finalise, and I do much prefer Hughes' fixture. Bargain bin options Hamer, Peltier and Wan-Bissaka complete my bench, all 4 million, but all potential starters for their respective sides. So this is how my team is likely going to line up for the Game Week 1 deadline this evening. I am aware there's not much invested up front, and my backline is currently very expensive, but I'm interested to experiment with this, as I don't often invest so much in my defence. Despite being very cheap up front, I'm honestly pretty happy with my strikers for now. Not owning Harry Kane, Aubameyang or Aguero does of course concern me, but Kane is a small doubt for the opening game week, and I have Eriksen now anyway. Arsenal's Aubameyang has 2 very tough opening fixtures, so for me that's a good audition to see how he fares before his fixtures ease up. And with Aguero, well, I'll simply have to hope he doesn't fire away to Arsenal. I just couldn't budge on Firmino, who I believe could outscore all 3 of these for the opening 3 game weeks, against West Ham, Palace and Brighton. I'll have a few free transfers to play with over the next few game weeks anyway, which will allow me for some small adjustments, and I always have the wildcard available if things do go horribly wrong. I'll be posting my final submitted team on Twitter at 6:45 PM this evening, so be sure to come and say hello at FPL TV and look out for that post. Thanks to all of you for the support of this channel, and if you're enjoying the content then be sure to drop a like and get subscribed to FPL TV. I wish you all a great start to the FPL season, so good luck to you all, enjoy it, and most importantly, FPL responsibly.